Okay, wintertime is here. You might be doing some traveling, you might be doing some snowboarding, maybe some outdoor adventuring. And let me tell you right now, the clothing brand that I trust the most for any kind of versatile arrangement or adventure or activity that you might be doing is Western Rise. I talk about Western Rise all the time on this channel because they're the big sponsor of this channel. They're the one sponsor that I absolutely love. And with discount code ODIE, that's ODIE, you can get 15% off your Western Rise order. Check out their diversion pants, their evolution pants, their evolution chinos, which I use for work all the time. Absolutely fantastic. Pick up a jacket, a hoodie, maybe some what are they called? Beanies, pants, socks, underwear. Western Rise has it all, and honestly, it's all clothing that I absolutely love. It's multifunctional, multi-use, and just all around super comfortable. So if you're looking to upgrade your wardrobe in 2023, check out Western Rise, use discount code ODIE, get 15% off, channel gets a little kickback. I'm super grateful for that, but ultimately, you get some great clothing that I absolutely love and stand behind. Now, on with the video. 2023, I'm bringing back the G Fuels in my episodes. Okay, so today, I'm super excited to tell you about a bag that I've been testing out from a brand whose name is absolutely one of my favorite things in the world to say. This is the Rucksack from a lovely brand called Nutsac. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is a 20-liter minimal travel backpack that's made from wax canvas. This thing is absolutely a delight. I love the materials, I love the feel, I love the minimal internal organization, and most importantly, I just love the overall vibe of this. If you've been watching like The Last of Us and like survival shows on like Netflix and HBO Max and things, some of my favorite ones like post-apocalyptic and things like that, this is the kind of bag that usually is like featured in those shows, which I absolutely adore because it gives out that like adventurer, traveler, like that waxy, again, like that leather canvas kind of feel and look. Is something that I haven't really done a lot on this channel, if at all, now that I'm thinking about it. But it's a bag that, even though some of the features and things are stuff that I normally wouldn't like, I found myself really enjoying using this bag. And overall, it is a very solid, well-built, durable bag for minimal travel, or if you even wanted to, you could definitely use this as a daily carry. And we're gonna get into all those specs, the pockets, the organization, the comfort factor, and all of that right now. Okay, so like I said at the top, this is a 20-liter bag, wax canvas material, making it weather and water resistant, which is absolutely fantastic. I love how well this thing is built. I love the materials and the way that they feel. This wax canvasy material is one of those materials that when you touch it, you go, that's it. That's it right there. Now, usually the bags that I cover are like Cordura or Codra or even like tarpaulin materials, and those are all fine and dandy. The materials are great, but they're not materials that when you touch, you go, this is it. Because every time I touch this bag, every time, even like this leather up at the top to undo it, to open up the main compartment, the straps, even the zipper pulls from this leather material, this wax canvas, all of the materials on this bag not only feel great, but function really well as well. And with that, you get a very interesting harness system. No real back channel, very nice straps that have minimal foam. This is a 20-liter bag. It does not come with hip straps, does not come with a sternum strap. It's one of those bags that you want to be careful with how much you weigh it out. Because with no load lifters, no hip straps, and no sternum strap, this is one that if you carried it a long time with a decent amount of weight, you would definitely feel it in your shoulders. Now, with my minimal travel loadout, I had no problem carrying this thing around, traveling with it. I did not travel by air, but I did travel by car when I was following some people around, doing my job, 8 to 5, traveling and training people like I normally do, and carrying this thing like from the car to the hotel, around the hotel, up the hotel, things like that. I found it to be very comfortable. A surprisingly comfortable carry given what you get on the back. I also like how easy these straps are to adjust. It comes with this like double metal like ring hook, and that's how you adjust it. But what I like about this is lately I've been noticing that bags been coming loose. This is one that unless you actually try to get it loose and you have to actually like kind of go in there to loosen it, it's not going to come undone, which is a double-edged sword. For some, we want that quick, whoop, rip it off, take it off, and put it down. But for others, if you're like me and you've had some problems with this, I've had my bags just kind of like start to loosen themselves while I'm carrying them. With this one, you don't have to worry about it, but it does take a little bit of a conscious effort to loosen these straps, which honestly, I thought at first was gonna be cumbersome, but overall ended up not being a problem at all. On top of that, you've got a nice carry handle here at the top, made from that simple material that you kind of get on the front of these straps right here. It's like a seatbelt type material with a nice little leather kind of like grab handle on there. Also, with that, you get this nice leather bottom, which is fantastic because one of my biggest concerns, and sometimes my biggest problems with bags, is when you put them down and that material on the bottom, you put it in something that's wet or snow or dirt, anything like that, it can get damaged or it gets scuffed up, or like the water might seep through or any of those things. But with this nice leather one at the bottom, I mean, there's no damage on this thing. And I've been putting it down in the snow and the gravel and the dirt and things like that. It's very easy to clean. And for that reason, I like it a lot. So overall, a very comfortable carry with some nice handles. Now that is the only handle you're gonna get on this bag besides the straps. There's nothing on either side. But speaking of either side, let's dive into the pockets, the organization, and I'll show you how I loaded this bad boy out. Okay, so first off, you have count them, two expandable water bottle pockets. Now, one thing that I like about this is that they have these like snaps. It just, again, adds, it's all about the look, like the aesthetic of this bag also plays into a part of how it functions, which I think is a really cool design choice because these snaps add to the aesthetic, but they also serve a really nice purpose, and that's to expand out these side pockets, making it also easy to snap them back in. Something that you would think would be kind of difficult, as long as the inside is packed out just a little bit, you can easily just push it back in, no problem. So two water bottle pockets for reference. This is like a normal 16 ounce, what I would consider most travel water bottles, fits in there with no problem. Anything bigger than something like this, you're definitely gonna have issues getting it in because these do not expand. There's no stretch, there's no mesh, there is none of that. And that's all, again, I think in part to the aesthetic that it plays. But two very solid side pockets that you can use. And one thing that I like about this is they have a little acorn on the little snap right here, which makes it kind of cool. Again, Nutsac. I know it's like a really fun word, and I hope they don't get mad at me for saying it, but like it's a fun name for the bag. When I was telling people, when they're like, oh, like what like people I know in real life, they're like, oh, like what bags you got coming up? I was like, oh yeah, I'm talking about my Nutsac, and they're like, excuse me, what did you just say? And I was like, oh yeah, it's a travel bag, it's a rucksack, it's nice. And they're like, okay, and honestly, I think that's kind of intentional. So the only other thing you have on the outside is a zipper on what would be the left side if you're facing the bag, right side if you're behind the bag. And all this zipper does is give you access to the main compartment. So if you were using this as a daily carry, this is a nice, quick and easy way to get into your bag because you're gonna see no quick access anywhere on the outside of this bag. And to get in and out of the main compartment, you have this nice leather strap that comes through here, and then it goes into like this little metal prong. It's just very simple, very nice, kind of easy to use. And when you open it, you get this pocket here at the front. Now, I'll be honest with you, this is a lay flat pocket, very thin. The only thing I really put in here was this new pocket juice charger I got. It actually charges by plugging into the wall and then acts as a battery pack. This thing is fantastic for travel, fantastic for travel. Video coming very soon on travel accessories that I think you actually need. This is gonna be included in that because it's very convenient. So this is a pocket that's kind of a semi-quick access is what I would call it. Not too much dimension to it, very flat, about the deep as my hand, and things like power banks, phones, wallet, keys when you're going through security. Good security dump because you could easily just kind of put this in very quickly and then go through security, open it up, grab what you need. I left this unzipped because with this being over it, I'm not worried about anybody getting in there, let alone, you know, anything falling out. So you open this main flap, just like that, kaboom, and then you have a nice drawstring. This is like the only piece of material on this bag that I think actually like isn't the rustic aesthetic that they're going for. And all this does is keep it nice and cinched up here at the top. Now, I'll be honest with you, if you've been following me for a while, I like pouches. Like I said at the beginning, there's minimal organization in here. I didn't utilize it. I'm gonna show it to you. But for me, I put my alpaca tech case up here at the top. By the way, Rucksack has some really nice pouches. I don't have any, but I'm hoping maybe they'll send me a couple because pretty nice looking. If you're a fan of like any kind of this aesthetic, they have pouches that honestly look fantastic, and that material is gonna hold up for a really long time. If you're a fan of Bellroy, it's in the similar lane as that, and you know how I feel about Bellroy. So their Venture Pack, top 5 all time, easily. So put my alpaca tech case in there, which works really nice. And then from there, it's just my other little slim tech case. This is from Side by Side. This is just nice for extra cables and dongles and stuff. And it's super thin, so it works really nice in this pack. And then my minimal toiletry kit is what I went for on this trip that I used it for. This is just a small, slim one from Gravel to keep just the bare essentials. Don't need a big dop kit for like a quick 3-4 day trip, which is what I use this for. And then the main kabit and caboodle in here is my Peak Design packing cube, the staple of my packing necessities. I don't ever use any other packing cubes because When you find one that works perfectly, you just stick with it. And I'll be honest with you, this one still works perfectly. And this is enough clothing for about 5 days in here. It's a couple pairs of pants, a couple pairs of shirts, socks, underwear, whole 9 yards. And the other thing you have in here is a laptop sleeve. Now I have my 13-inch MacBook Air, but it will fit up to a 15-inch MacBook Pro. Very solid laptop compartment too. Up off the bottom of the bag, which I like. Very easy to get into. And there's not one of those wasted little strap thingies that like hold your laptop in. So if you decide to wear your backpack open on a roller coaster, but you're like, oh shit, I forgot to secure my laptop so it won't come out. I know there's a purpose for them. I know people probably use them for a purpose, but I have yet to find a reason to secure my laptop inside a bag that's already secured. Again, hey, everybody's different, but for me personally, never really used that. And then from there, you just have some very minimal organization. At the front of the bag, you have 2 very nice shallow pockets, great for smaller items if you want to put them in there. Again, I didn't utilize them, but good organization. Right above that, you have a little leather strap with another one of those lovely buttons. That is for your keys or anything like you might want to strap through there. Again, honestly, pretty nice, but the way I packed it out, I couldn't really put anything there. But I really like the fact that it's a leather with the snap. And then up against the laptop's compartment, you have just a very another shallow kind of pocket. Not you're gonna be able to fit a tablet or anything like that in there, but it's also zippered. If you wanted to use it, you definitely could. You notice I didn't really mention anything about the zippers. They are YKK zippers with this nice like little leather zipper pull. They're not weather sealed. They don't need to be because honestly with the flap, the rest of the zippers being on the inside, there's no zippers on the outside here to kind of need to be weather sealed because the whole bag is pretty much a giant weather sealed rucksack. So at 20 liters, I feel like this thing packs out really nice. I've been getting a lot of questions about like 20 to 25 liter minimal travel bags. And honestly, if this is your kind of aesthetic, if this is your kind of bag that fits your vibe, and honestly, I mean, it's a good looking bag. It's one that I definitely really like. I enjoy the look of this bag. I enjoy the feel of this bag. I can't say that enough, or maybe I've said it too much. Either way, if you're looking for something in that smaller range that can double as either a minimal travel bag or maybe a daily carry, then I think this is a good one to use. Minimal organization, so if you're a pocket person like me or a pouch person like me, then I think it will work really well for you. The fact that you can fit a full-size packing cube with definitely enough clothes for up to 5 days in this bag and still have room up at the top and to put room in front of it. My 2 smaller pouches were laying inside of it up against that Peak Design packing cube, which makes it even more spacious than what you would imagine, which I really like. And again, one of my favorite things about bags is they have multi-functions. You can get where you're going. You can even pull that packing cube out and pack this as a day bag. I don't feel like it's too big to be walking around when you get to your destination, maybe taking a quick 3-day jaunt, maybe going up to Seattle, it rains, you need a weatherproof bag. You get where you're going, you pull your packing cube out, reorganize your pouches, and boom, you've got a day bag. Throw a jacket in there, boom, you are set. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the Rucksack from Nutsac, let me know in the comments below and I'll do my very best to answer those for you. Or you can always shoot me an email, odiematthewsbags@gmail.com, and I will be happy to answer any more questions, show you more videos, photos, or anything that you might want to see over there. Again, thank you guys so very much for all the love and support. And I know I have some harsh shadows in the back. My studio lights, I'm using some crappy ones. My studio lights are on back order. And so probably the next couple of videos, I won't be able to kind of fix that, but very soon my full studio will be set up. It's not quite there yet. I might have jumped the gun in my last video. But with all that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that wonderful nonsense. And I will see you next time.